Good morning, my name is Anthony Bordenaro, a student meteorologist at Mississippi State, and here's your latest Hurricane Beryl forecast. And I'm seeing positive signs right off the bat that Beryl won't be as strong as what we were thinking yesterday, as it was like, oh, this is going to be something huge, it's going to rapidly intensify. I think, although we can't rule it out, rapid intensification is less on the scale. Let me explain through all that, and hopefully we can get out of here in about 4 or 5 minutes for you. So here is the rotation with the storm. You can see it. This is a low-level cloud field, and you're like, Anthony, why doesn't it look red? Because it's decoupled from all that moisture, and that means dry air will begin to punch in and fight in. And the mid-level rotation is more like here. Now, what I'm going to show you here is, let's look at this graph right here, and take a look how quickly it's weakened. So this is storm height. This is where it was this time yesterday, even earlier than that yesterday. Later than that yesterday, rather. And take a look at how quickly it's weakened. Now, you can see it tilting with height right here. That means this dry air is punching in. Now, there's still a low-level moisture field here, but if this dry air can punch in, that is not good news for this storm. And you can also see this, and this graphic over here is the, I guess you could say the vorticity, the spin. You can see it is not good. It wants to be stacked with height so it can strengthen. It looks like it's going to take a while at least for it to finally get itself together, and by then it'll only have about 12 hours before landfall, so we're not completely out of the woods yet, but it's certainly looking a little bit better. And this particular model is one of the more aggressive ones that has been showing this whole thing with Hurricane Beryl. So let's go back into the same model. Here is it. It's initializing very well. It was found to have around 997, 998 millibar pressure. This one showing it about 996, so that's good. And this dry air trying to wrap around. This model showing it dealing with it better. So we'll show you other ones. And then it hasn't gone that far out yet, but it will look like it'll kind of ride up the coast here and make landfall. 990 pressure, and you're only about, I would say, 150, 200 miles from the coast. So you'd have minimal time before landfall over there. And the good news is this morning, thanks for deciphering weather. I'm using his graphic from yesterday. It is now about here. So it's on the stronger end of what we thought it'd be. It didn't quite get as weak as some models said. But, I mean, look at the guidance from yesterday, and I'll show you the guidance again from today, where, I mean, there are generally positive signs that are going on with this storm. So some show it strengthening the Cat 1, but I mean Cat 2 is it looks like not feasible, but possible. And we always say to prepare for a category higher or greater than what it is. So here's the current cone as of this morning, 60-mile-an-hour winds. The storm track is still shifting a little bit further north. It was riding the southern edge yesterday, so that's why we do have the cone of uncertainty. But now Louisiana, the eye is taken out of landfall. We're looking at a Corpus Christi-like landfall with Houston right on the right side. So although you're not going to get the strongest winds from it, you're still going to get a whole bunch of rainfall, which is not too, you don't want that too much here. And now consensus doesn't mean that it will happen, but we look for consensus, and that the track now is showing there. Because remember, there was consensus that was going to make landfall in South Texas. There were just too many variables that we didn't know yet, so that's why we couldn't look at consistency and stuff, because you can be consistently wrong. That's also a thing. This is another hurricane-centric model showing you getting a little bit stronger than what we would like. This would be actually a Cat 2 at landfall, but this is because it'd be able to get itself together much quicker with that wind field. So see that dry air underneath? This is the low-level rotation you're seeing here with the L in the middle. See these kind of winds right here? This is the mid-level rotation, so it's going to look to stack more vertical here. Wherever that mid-level rotation is where the storm will be drawn to, so that as it's getting itself together, it'll keep on wobbling between these two centers of pressure. So that's what I think is going to happen. And basically these small wobbles here along the coast, you're going to get storm surge here. And that could be a dangerous situation if you're along the coast. So as always, I'm going to say heed your local officials. We're looking at a consistent, this is the same from yesterday evening when they updated it, 3 to 5 feet storm surge. Not the craziest thing, but these winds are going to keep on blowing. And plus you're going to get almost a foot of rain potentially. And now they've updated the risk for flash flooding. I thought they should have, and they did. So that is the sign there. So The question is, how fast will Beryl re-strengthen? That's the million-dollar question here. Right now, the Hurricane Center is going with a weak Cat 1 at landfall. They trust the GFS more than any other model. I think it'll be a mid Cat 1 at landfall. And here, even these seconds, really, I mean, work on everything. Even the GFS is showing it could potentially get to a Cat 3 at landfall. So there's the answers to your questions. If you have any other questions about what's going on with this storm, let me know. It's looking like we're going to get a healthy dose of rainfall with this. And we will continue to be watching this storm on this channel. Let me know what you want to see next. Goodbye.